it's a point, but what did you make of the performance tonight?
I think it was not constant. We had good moments, and we lost a little bit in the first half and a little bit in the second half. After the goal, we lost a little bit the control of the game. We should have closed the game when we scored the first one. The game was in control. We knew it. Let's defend far from the box. Any set pieces can be a problem with the difference of height in the team. We could do it. We could maintain the ball after the first goal. And again, we lost 2 points.
Where do you think it sort of happened from after Manchester United scored the goal to not hold on to that, to let that other goal go in?
It's just losing second balls, and when they kick the ball, Mateus running with the ball, they winning the first ball, and then Bowen making the runs. You can control that kind of game. We should be better with the ball after the first goal. We had a big opportunity with Cunha. We were near the box, but then the crosses were not good. The characteristics of the players sometimes inside the box are not enough to score a goal from that position. So that's it.
The big positive, though, for Manchester United, Diogo Dalot getting his goal when he did, to score that opening goal. I can understand that it feels more frustrating at full time because you come away with a point. But for him to get his first Premier League goal at Old Trafford as well, in the style that he did it, it felt like a striker's finish, really. Yeah,
but it's a goal. We draw. That doesn't matter.
With West Ham's equaliser, it was a substitution change that he made, which meant that Jarrod Bowen was able to get in and around the area. He obviously got the header, which was rebounded away, and then it resulted into the goal. Did it feel like it sort of took the players off guard a little bit?
No, it's not an excuse. The player changed, but we know what to do in every situation. And the game is 83 minutes, and we need to close the game and not suffer a goal.
When you're looking at the next couple of fixtures as well, then, how important is it to be in a good position come the new year?
Everything is important. Every game is important. We need to win the next one.
Thank you very much, Ruben, for your time.
If they get one here, it's fine. We're still 3-1 up with a few minutes. That's what you mean.
It's not first half. And it's not first half. It's 10 minutes to go. You have a chance to go fifth after so many years of disappointment. Years of criticism. You know what is happening if they equalize. They're going to kill you tomorrow in the press. They're going to boo you. So 10 minutes, be like double focus.
But we feel like something's going to happen. So I don't understand how the players can't feel it. No matter how... You might be playing a really poor team, you want it, but you know anything can happen. We've just seen there with a set piece. And obviously West Ham stayed in the game and good delivery. But United, again, you felt like in America, calling a time-out and get the United players to get after 70 minutes ago. Lads, you know the game's in the balance still, as if they were 2 or 3.
When you were both playing in that situation, I know it wouldn't have happened but could you sense it coming for the opposite? You're saying you don't know how the players didn't sense it.
Well, you hope it. Well, your experienced players go. You try. What you say. You smell it. You smell it. Go, they're still in the game here. United making substitutions, and the manager's entitled to do that. But I was looking at players coming off, and everyone. It was like they'd won the league, and they were all just all chilling out. You go, it's 1-0. Get off the pitch. Get somebody show some intensity to your play when you're defending set pieces. When the subs are going on and the subs are coming on, it was all a bit like, hey, this is cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't be cool when you 1-0 up. Get the job done. You 1-0 up, then show your quality. Man United, they're more quality players than West Ham. They have in general, and this is not a good United team. But show that when you get 1-0 up, where you go, all right, you can relax a little bit now because you got that 1-0 a little bit, but knowing anything can happen. But United were all
exactly.
Too chilled out, too relaxed, get the job done.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that when we played or managed that it was perfect. I conceded many, as a player, as a manager, zillion goals like that. But
United's last...
After that, we were I was angry. Because let's say you are 1-0 up, 10 minutes to go. If they score, it's got to be a screamer. It's got to be from 20 yards. It's got to be great header from whoever, blah, blah, blah. But not cheap goals, you know what I mean? We got to be double for 10 minutes to go.
But the last 3 or 4 games United have played, that sums them up. It's just not quite doing enough.
It's just a bit... Bleh.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Is that what you're saying?
I can't even find
doesn't
a word
matter
for it.
Thing, you know. Okay. The new chance will come next week.
Where's the frustration with the group of players? We saw it the weekend. I'm looking at the last 2 or 3 games, and I've watched the games closely. The lack of quality and intensity in their play. Yeah, they got 2 goals against Palace, but Palace defended... The way Palace defended them 2 goals were like a pub team, really bad. United kind of got out of jail. But then you give them credit for going hanging in there and sticking at it. But then tonight you go, United, a lot of praise before the game, and again, a lot of good PR. They're good at set pieces. They can go 5th. And as if this team's not ready to go 5th in the league. They've got Wolves. They've got Wolves next. There's an opportunity. Saw Wolves the other night. Wolves, one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Premier League. Let's see if United can go do a job at them. And if they do get 1-0 up, don't sit back and go, we're playing Wolves or like West Ham tonight who are in the bottom 3, going, yeah, we got 1, don't worry, there's another 2 or 3 coming here. We're going to try and flex our muscles. But then he makes his substitutions and the game all became a bit stretched and a bit, which suited West Ham. Because West Ham thought, listen to this. Do you know what United gave West Ham tonight? They gave them hope. But when you're here and you're 1-up, go, no, you don't even dream you're getting back into this game. But West Ham, as the game was going on, we're sitting here. Slavs had a pack of biscuits at this stage, and we're sitting there going...
Whoa. Pop kettle. No offence, but pop kettle.
I had a few...
Yeah, you did.
4 or 5.
No, you know what?
But your sense... But I don't get it, how the players don't sense it, or the manager doesn't sense it going, lads, there could be a twist here. There could be a twist when you're 1-0. And the last 2 home games, United have scored 1 goal. You got to do better than that.
What I didn't like, we are in football for so long that sometimes the teams that are in trouble, that are on a bad run, then you are winning. And then you concede a goal because you are scared. You are scared. It's always, let's not concede, but you concede because you're afraid. It wasn't like this. For me, they conceded because they were too comfortable. They were sloppy. They thought, it's over, we're going to win it anyway. And that happened to them.
But that's worse,
that's what I do. That's worse. That's worse. Because the one when you are afraid, it's human. You're human. You know what I mean. You can't help it.
And you can't.
This is like.
You can't relax in this game when you're 1-0 up. I know I kind of played with a kind of an angry head on, but you can't relax. And I see people going on and off, and it was just substitutions where players were walking off. Every player at Old Trafford now gets a standing ovation. I'm going. What are the standards of the club? Where are the standards from? Is it coming from the top, the players, even the fans? The fans are cheering everything these days.
Although that, just on the fan side of things, is just them trying to, isn't it?
Trying what?
To lift it?
Trying to lift it. Yeah, maybe there's a bit of that. But also, where's your standards? Where's your demands on the club? Where's your expectation? You're 1-0 up, and it's just a bit. Again, I said it at half time, you're waiting for something to happen. Get your top players on the ball, make it happen, get the job done. Maybe relax at 3-0. Neither then you're going, hold on, because you're on about setting standards and good habits. But you want it up and they give a corner away. Bruno gets drawn to the ball. And it's like Bowen, he said himself, he's 5'9", one of the smallest players on the pitch. He's getting a header. We're praising United the last week, saying how good they are at set pieces. Well, that works both ways. It's well and good attacking. You got to defend them. You defend it properly. At least you say it was a poor game, but you get 3 points.
Yeah, it's right. But what Mark said, I mean, you got a point. It's like from fans' point of view, they are helping them. Like Thomas Frank said the other day, don't boo us during the game. Boo us after the game.
I'm not saying to boo him, but don't be cheering every time a player traps the ball, though. He's a hero.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think for West Ham, it's not a place where you go and expect points. Do you know what I mean? So I thought Manchester United dominated large portions of the game, but I thought West Ham always posed a threat on the counter-attack. And I thought when Man United made changes, they made 5 of them, I just thought they lost a little bit of rhythm. That's half your team, especially in defensive positions in the midfield. And credit, West Ham, they pounced.
What do you think was key for West Ham in getting that equaliser?
I think just believing you could get something out of the game. I don't think they sort of went into a low block and just invited the pressure, even though they had long periods without the ball. I felt like they believed that they could get something out of the game. I thought that Bowen probably set it off really. He was the one that was quite positive every time he got the ball, and then they got what they deserved.
To be fair to Manchester United going to half-time, we said they were the better of the two sides, especially going forward. They had so many opportunities. No surprises then that they opened the scoring.
Yeah, I mean, they were the team kind of pushing. I thought West Ham had a couple of moments here and there, but I thought Man United this is kind of what the game looks like. Good, comfortable possession. Dalot kind of gets into the box there, and it's a great touch and a great finish. But I think when you see it from this wide angle here, They got good possession. I think Dalla, when the wing-backs get high, it allows you to get bodies in the box. And I think West Ham, in the end, they just get overloaded. Everybody's man for them, 5v5, and then Dalla just pops in there. That creates the overload. Wan-Bissaka's not sure. Mavropanos is not sure. Everybody's marking man for man, but Dalla's free. And it's just great awareness to just go into the box. And that's why he's free, Jay, because everybody else is marking somebody. And fair play to him, though, Jay. It's a great touch and finish. Yeah, the touch is obviously it's instinctive and that, but even from this angle there, I just don't understand how you can have so much space. The ball goes wide, defend the box. When it goes wide, defend the box. When it's in the box, defend the goal. And for him to get that much time there to touch and finish, like, if that was me, I'd be thinking, wow, have I got... I bet he can't believe his luck. And the finish, Wan-Bissaka's got to try and block or get a little bit closer.
Yeah, he did really have a lot of time and space there, as you mentioned. Just a word for Ahmed, because he kind of starts it, and you've been talking about Manchester United wing-backs needing to get further up quicker. Yeah, and I said Ahmed did brilliant kind of... We say when the wing-backs have done really well, they play really high and they get really aggressive, especially against a team like West Ham that only play one up. And if you've got 3 centre-backs, that means Ahmed can get really high. Yeah. And once they double up on him, that means there's space on the other side there. Okay, it takes a deflection. But I think it all stems from Ahmed being really positive, beating people 1v1. Nobody can stop him, I think, 1v1. So once he gets into that position, get bodies in the box and they get a bit lucky. Right, let's look at the goal that does level things up, that makes it 1-1. It came 7 minutes from time for Sangutu Magasa. Here it is then, and you'll talk us through it. Do you know what I have to say? It's an amazing goal, amazing finish. But Bowen does so well, you know, just getting the first contact at the near post. And Magasa, he just drops to him and he's just reacted. But you know, when you see it from a different angle, he has to get it right into the corner. Mazraoui does brilliant, by the way. Yeah, you feel bad for him because he does well with that clearance. Yeah, it does, unbelievable. And obviously, he can't get up, but still, you know, he still has to get it right in the corner by the post and that. And you know, when you see it from this angle, it's like the perfect finish. So many corners now are scored from second phase. So about the first phase. So obviously, because Mazraoui doesn't get a good contact on that, do you need your teammates there, kind of in and around it? Everybody's kind of in the middle, but you probably needed 1 or 2. You know, once that clearance came out, that they can maybe go and tackle or win that. But Magasa, I mean, what a moment for him. You know, first goal at Old Trafford. I mean, you would have dreamed of that as a young kid. I'm not sure what teams he watched, but I'm sure he would have dreamed of scoring there. And you saw his smile on his face, how happy he was. It was a big moment for him. But I just think they could have defended that a bit better. Yeah, absolutely huge moment for him. We can actually hear now from Sangutu Magasa. We're going to go back to Old Trafford for post-match reactions. He is alongside Jared Bowen. Well, congratulations. I'm sure that was a really hard-fought point, but what was it like to play in today?
Yeah, probably how it looked. We always knew it was going to be a difficult game coming here. They come off the back of a really good result away at Palace, and you know we was on the other hand on the end of a really disappointing result. So we wanted to show a reaction, and I think we showed that. Obviously, going a goal down, then getting back into the game, then nearly even scoring at the end. So, you know, I was proud of the team tonight, the way they fought, the way they run, and got a deserved point, I think.
Is that the most pleasing thing? The fact, of course, you went a goal down, but it was the reaction to going the goal down and then getting that all-important equaliser.
Yeah, and that's got to be in the Premier League. You know, you can't be too disheartened when you go 1-0 down. There's still a lot of time to play, and we have to believe, and we have that belief. And you know, I think we could see that, and you know, get the goal from a set piece, you know, which are really important for us. Songu got his first goal, so deserves it so much. So I'm really, really happy for him.
I can see there's a smile on your face. You got your first goal for the club, and it was a really important one as well. What were your feelings when you saw that ball going into the back of the net?
Yes, the feeling is amazing. But we played a good game with the team, all fight for all. And yes, I'm happy to score my first goal in the Premier League. And this.
There was a little bit of change as well, because you were taking all of the corners, but for this one, you had the opportunity. It very nearly went in as well. So, in terms of that changes as well, what was sort of the thinking behind that?
I don't know, and obviously Andy Irvine came on. He's a left footer as well. You know, I'm always on to Robbo to get me in the box to try and score from corners, and you know, nearly worked an absolute treat. But you know, I think for me, not many people really pick me up in the air. You know, I'm 5'9" or something like that, so I'm not the tallest. But you know, I always fancy myself in the air and made that run, got the flick. You know, thought I scored. You know, was gutted when it didn't go in, but then to see Songu there and put the ball into the back of the net, so delighted.
And just a word on his performance today as well.
No, he's been, I'm sure it's been frustrating for him. He wants to play more, but, in training every single day, he comes in with a smile on his face. His English is getting better, as you just heard then. And he's shown the last 2 games, his quality. He's still young. He's coming to, a new country, new teammates, new league. So for me, for the team, it's good to support him, put our arm around him, help him when he needs to. And he just shows how confident he is and his quality on the pitch. So really happy for him. And I think this is for him as well, no?
Yeah, final word from you. Just how important was that point for West Ham?
Yes, it's a very good point, important point for the team, for the championship. And yeah, we go to fight. I want to play. I want to give my best for the fans, for the club, for the coach, or my teammate. And I want to continue like that.
Well, you are the player of the match, Jared. Please do the honours.
Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Well deserved.
And there is the final whistle at Old Trafford. It finishes all square under the lights. Manchester United 1, West Ham United 1. It's a night of frustration for Ruben Amorim's men, who looked set to take all 3 points, but they've been pegged back late on by a resilient West Ham side. If you're just joining us, you missed a game defined by 2 massive moments at either end. The first half was a tight affair, but the story was all about the returning Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He came back to haunt his former club in the 28th minute, producing an absolutely stunning goal-line clearance to deny Joshua Zirkzee what looked like a certain goal. A heroic return for the defender. United finally broke the deadlock just before the hour mark. It was Diogo Dalot in the 58th minute, popping up in the box to swivel and fire home after Casemiro's scuffed effort fell kindly for him. Old Trafford erupted, and for a long time it looked like that would be enough. But West Ham, fighting for their lives near the bottom of the table, refused to roll over. With just 7 minutes left on the clock, drama. A corner whipped in, a flick-on by Jared Bowen, and despite a miraculous clearance off the line by Mazraoui, the ball fell straight to Songutu Magassa, who smashed it home to silence the Stretford end. 1-1 in the 83rd minute. United pushed for a winner in stoppage time. Bruno Fernandes was trying to make things happen, but Nuno Espirito Santo's side held firm. So, the points are shared here in Manchester. A valuable point for the Hammers in their relegation battle, but 2 points dropped for United in the chase for the top 4. Final score from Old Trafford: Manchester United 1, West Ham 1. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Premier League reaction.